this is how to break through to other places. But now, compare the success that they had as Sunny music, as whatever music, playing reggae and all that, to the success we're having with Afrobeat. So what happened? We discovered our own thing. And we did it on a global standard. So that's what Shantytown did. Bring a good story, domiciled in Nigeria, tell it true to the ghettos of Nigeria, but make sure production is world class. Once you do that, everybody will come running. And like we say, if you look on Netflix or any of the streamers, we're watching movies from across the world. And we're reading subtitles because stories are universal. Stories are universal. Once a story is good, you will find people who relate with it everywhere around the world. And so that's the secret. Be original to yourself and make it the best that you could possibly make it. And that's it. You got to hit.
Thank you very much. Put your hands together for him. Answer. Mention names. You were going to mention names.
No, he was. Question, please.
Question. Indigenous for Global. Do you think Shantytown has that stamp?
Yes, I do
Why?
think that Shantytown has it. And that's because it was as authentic as it could have been. We used a lot of language in it. And it wasn't just one language. We spread it across. And then we used one of the languages that I think is so fascinating to speak. We used a lot of Pidgin English. And so we had us by us, played by us. We told the story. You know how they define democracy? Not that we have one, but you know how, yes, that thing, that's what we did. Yeah, well, it was filmed for the people this way. So, yeah, so I think that not being pressured to be that which you are not, and being comfortable in your skin, being comfortable in who you are, being true to the character and all that. Why are you coming late? What's this? You never die for the fame.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Mercy Eke.
You know, Greek common time. We have given your gift to Jacob. Esau. All right, then. So as I was saying, so now you're going to complete the question. Ask her now.
Mercy,
Yes?
do you think what we did or what you did in Shantytown is strong enough to for that global recognition?
Yes, I think so. And I think I shouldn't have died. And Shantytown is a beautiful movie. I am so proud that that I'm a part of it, that I get to be in the same set with the people that I grew up watching, grew up fanning them. I'm a huge fan of all of you. And being in that film was, it took me from here to there. Yeah, I think it's a brilliant and a beautiful movie to take all of us to the top.
Thank you. Let's go get into another angle. And the trajectory of Nollywood coming from the days of Surulere and the days of Opiweka and the days of VHS into CD, DVD, and now we have the streamers, okay, which is supposed to be a good thing, and it's taking us global and what have you. Do you think that the advent of the streamers, do you think they have created a level playing ground, or because we have this perception that they just give these things to certain selected few, and while we have one fantastic filmmakers abound, just selected few get this job, and there's that grumble, So how do some of these filmmakers access the streamers? And how did you land on Netflix? So everybody can answer that, but for you, let's talk about how Shantytown landed on Netflix, plus the first question I asked. Please, very important.
All right. I think, like I said, if you're a filmmaker and you're new, while making the film, approach a distributor. This is for distributors anyway, because when you raise the funds, you also need to think of how to sell. It's very key, very important. So approach a distributor. We have Film One, we have Genesis, we have so many of them. Yes. So approach a distributor so that he can see the story while you're still filming. He knows these platforms, you know, he knows their catalog. He knows what they're looking for. So if you're creating something and it's not what he thinks can fly, or he feels there's something you can add that can help it fly, he will advise you. Then another thing altogether is most young filmmakers, I don't know, we need to have pitch deck. You need to create your pitch deck so that once you see a distributor, you can have an elevator pitch. Because these guys, maybe you don't get to see them every now and then and you don't have access to them. As a new person, you need to have your pitch deck, have it on your phone, so that when something like this, you will come across Moses Where or some of the distributors, you can show him your pitch deck or you know what you have, and then he can open the door for discussion. Then when it comes to talking about selected fews, I don't think so. We can see the films on Netflix. Anybody, once your content is good, that is number one. The key is the quality of the content. You know, once it's good, the distributors, they would acquire it or they would sell it for you. And Netflix, Amazon can license. So basically, involve them as early as possible so that you don't go about begging later on. Thank you.
So in a nutshell, do a good film and you will get a good market.
In a nutshell, literally, do I have to? But yes,
Your perception.
do good film, put in money, put in the work, and carry your market on your head. Sell your market. Hawk your market. It is your market. You cannot say, okay, for the sake of fine boy and fine girl, you know, they cannot see me in this. We've seen it work for all businesses. Even if you still have the budget aside for promotion, but one thing you must do is also promote the film that you believe in, put in the money. Gone are the days where people are, you know, I mean, there's still productions like that, but gone are the days of what? Stressing ourselves. We must under this budget. If not, we cannot shoot. We must finish now. But now people are extending days. Shantytown was shot for a while. I can't remember how many days because it was like over a month. Over a month. And you don't, this might be too much information, but it stressed these producers out so much. You guys don't want to know. At that time, it was even coming from their pockets to fund it. Ini is one of my best friends. She was so stressed that she sent me a message one day and I'm like, wait till I do. I think I was running late. When I came, she was like, exactly. I went for Blood Sisters audition while I was on Shantytown, by the way. The day I shot the scene at the bar, the African zombies scene, was a day I went for reading for Shantytown, for Blood Sisters. So you see, it's interwoven, and I'm so happy and so grateful to God for how much those two have made an impact in my life. But like I was saying, you have to, you know, hawk your market, put in the funds. It exceeded their budget, but it kept going because they believed in the vision. And everybody here saw how much, first, as actors, when you see how much producers believe in the project, you don't want to be the weak link. Costumier is coming correct. Makeup artist is coming correct. This one is not saying, it's wig you need. But that is your low cut you will use, for a banker, this low cut. You know, and everybody is literally 100% into it. You see Scar, and it's like, nah, maybe Scar. You see Madame say she's literally in it. It's like, she's with her dreads. You see in it, everybody, you see Jackie, then it's now you that wants to be the weak link. You will be out before anything's safe. And then you see the director and you see the camera and everything. So yes, pumping in money into what you believe in. At a point, when it finally came out, another private, there were even platforms that were begging for this. It was a tussle because what they had was amazing enough to sell. Nobody had to beg, nobody had to distribute too much. It was just who you want, choose. Okay, fine, we will go with this. So that's what I feel is a good way. Put in the money, promote, carry your market for head, and follow all the structures, please, if you can. Thank you.
Chidi, you want to add to it before I go to
in a nutshell, what Chichi has said in a nutshell, what Nancy has said in a nutshell is there is a reason why this is called show business. So what happened with a lot of people is we're carried away with the show. Then we forget the business. You must see filmmaking, art, any kind of art. It's a business. The investor is here for business, not because they really like you. Yeah, they like you, but they don't like you enough to dash you 500 million for free. If I like you, then maybe your face can make me some returns. So that's why Chichi is talking about a pitch deck. In other climes, in other professions, in other industries, she's saying, have a proposal. Have a proposal ready. Have your proposition ready. Have your 5-minute elevator pitch in your head. Opportunity and what they call it is what they call luck. Preparedness, missed opportunity, that's luck. So that's what they're saying. Treat it as a business. I'm a story writer. Okay, don't stop me on the road and say, so I have this story about my grandmother. Let me just tell you, excuse me? No, you got to have something. You want to say, can I send you something? Can I send you a synopsis? Can I send you a first draft? Can I get 1 minute of your time? In 1 minute, you should be able to tell me from beginning to end, from your story to distribution, what you have in your head. That's how you get my attention. That's how you get Chichi's attention. You don't stop on the road and say, we will produce one movie, one big. No. You've got to be prepared. Same thing with music. You don't walk up to me and say, I'm a musician. Or what genre of music do you do? Afrobeat, hip-hop, anywhere. Do you have a demo? No, I still work on it. My friend, Claire Road. Yeah, because nobody has the time to do that. That's your job. The demo is your job, not my job. If you want me to listen to you, have a demo, have something. If the demo is not ready, have the demo in your head. Now. Don't say, which one I go sing now? Okay, no. So, show business. A lot of people come in, they take care of the show, they are shining, but they don't take care of the business, so they don't last. The business is where you get the lasting power. So if you remember the business, then you treat the product like a business. What's the proposal that I need to submit to the director? What do I need to say to the investor? What do I need to say to the producer? What do I need to say to the actor? If you want me in a movie, you've got to have a script ready. You've got to have your timeline ready. You don't just send me a script and say, we go shoot one film one day. Then I'll keep the script till one day. You get what I mean? So treat it as a business. The streamers have come in. They are here for business. They only came here because there is a booming movie industry in Africa, somewhere in Nigeria, called Nollywood.
And they want to be part of it.
And let us go and collect our share from there. So when they come in here, because we have Nigerians who like everything shortcut, Imam Madu, man no man, who know who. So the people are forced to use aggregators so that they can keep all you away. Then the aggregator's job is to look at your pitch deck, like she said, and now say, go and put this, go and add this, go and remove this. This will not work. But this that will work, that will not work, you already have it. They're not going to say it to you without you presenting something. So show business. There's no business like show business. Okay. There is no business like show business. Fantastic. It's a business. Thank you.
Let's play catch up with Mercy. Mercy, you joined us late. Quickly, before now, we knew where you were coming from, okay? And If I don't know if I'm right, is this your first major acting gig?
Yes, you're correct.
So how was the experience for you?
The experience was, well, the experience for me was everything I wanted. You know, when I got the first call from Ini, she told me, Messi, I've seen what you can do. I think you can do this. I want you on board on this project. And I was like, oh my God, Jesus, I haven't done this kind of thing before. When I found out the cast members and the people that were going to be in the movie, I'm like, no, Ini, I don't think I can do this. Like, I don't think I can be with these great actors, talent. And she was like, I know you can do it. So, first day, when I was, so this is just my story. So on the first day of the set, I was riding with Nse and Chidi. In the car, I was shivering. From the elevator, I couldn't look at their faces. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Okay, I don't think I want to do this. So I passed that level. Then in the car, I think she saw how I was fidgeting, I was shivering, and she tapped me. Calm down. Chill, you can do this. Breathe. I said, how did you know that I can't? She said, you can do it. And oh my God, I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed doing that movie, and I'm ready to take up the next role because they gave me that, that confidence that I could do it, and I enjoyed myself. And I enjoyed every moment and every process that I played Jackie. And I loved my character. Thank you, Ini. Thank you, Nancy. Thank
Fantastic.
you, Seth. Thank you, Chidi, for making me comfortable to play that character. I owe it to all of you. And thank you, producer.
All right, great. One more question and we throw questions to the audience. And this is for Chichi. Personally, I think Shantytown is a franchise and it shouldn't stop at just one season of Shantytown. There can be several Shantytowns. You have several stories to tell. And I don't know, who owns the franchise? Do you have that right now to do more? Who owns the property? And how was the legality, so to speak, with Netflix, so that some of us here will learn from the legal process? Take this. Okay.
Okay, so when you do a title and it's successful, I think it's an opportunity to tell more. Being that, looking at Shantytown can be anywhere. You can have Shanty in Warri, you can have Shantytown in Lagos, you can have Shantytown in Sokoto. Shanties are everywhere. Shanty means slum. So the story can be told over and over and over again. So coming to the IP rights, our lawyer, the head of legal is here, Mr. Norbert. Okay, that should be, he should be the one to talk about that because I'm not a
all right, you want to quickly talk about it, yeah? Pass the mic to him, please.
Thank you, yeah.
How so?
That's by the way, anyway.
They got their profits ahead of time.
The copyrights, after all, belong to Chichinwara. And then the Shantytown, like you said, can be produced, many series, it's a franchise. It can be produced by, in many series. But it cannot be produced by any other person other than the name Shantytown. Because Shantytown is trademarked. There is no copyright law protecting titles. But Good 18, she was the first person to use that title. So we had to trademark it. So it's her sole right. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our beautiful panelists. You want to say something, Inside? You were smiling at me. I thought you said we're not married. It's done, please. Okay, I think we need to take questions. Are you willing to be in Shantytown too? If it comes? And the money is right?
First off, if my character has a lot more depth, yes. If the money is right, hey, why not? Even if it's to walk past and the money is right. I've earned my stripes. I will take it.
Messi? Oh, you died, sorry. Chidi. Chidi, you are dead too, right?
Sir?
You are dead.
Are you talking to me or Sky? I don't understand.
Sky is not here. He's dead.
No,
All right, let's have questions.
I don't know what you talk about now. I mean, if you watch the movie to the end, you see that the autopsy report itself was not clear.
Ah, come on, Chidi.
Yeah. Who watched the movie to the end?
Possible, though.
What was the autopsy report?
Do we have the microphone for the audience? Let's have questions, please. Anybody want to ask? Oh, somebody has the mic there.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to say a very big thank you to all of you for this panel. It was very insightful. And I want to say a big shout out to all of you here. All of you are my faves. Nancy, I've worked with you before as far back as 2018. I don't know if you remember. Ini, I watched you growing up. To see you still doing amazing things is just so admirable. Uncle Uche, Uncle Chidi, thank you so much for Shanty, for bringing that character, to life. And Sincere, you're my favorite actor ever. Thank you. Mercy, thank you for what you did. Thank you for breaking out of what everybody knows you to be and doing amazing with the film. Thank you, everyone. But my question is particularly to the producer, because I am a producer myself. You talked about marketing the film at the point of writing the story, like development, right? Now, I'm a young filmmaker. I've done about 3 short films and maybe being in 1 feature film as a crew member, right? And now I've come out of film school. I have a lot of energy, a lot of creativity, I dare say, and I have all these amazing treatments that I've done. How do I get a Netflix to take a chance on, like, I want to do a big budget film like Shanty. I have the idea. The story is good. How do I get a Netflix to take a chance on when there's a Chichi Nwora coming up with Shanty 2? When there are so many other amazing filmmakers who have done these things, who have a track record of excellence. They don't know me. All I have is a good story and my creativity and my zest and my energy. How do I get them to, what's that extraordinary factor that would stand me out among 1,000 filmmakers applying for that? Thank you.
Okay, I think I've mentioned before, as a young filmmaker, your best friends should be distributors, the aggregators, because they are like, I don't want to use the word as gatekeepers, but they are the ones you need to talk to. Going to Netflix directly, going to Amazon directly, it's beautiful, but they would refer you back to distributors. You said? I said someone like Film One, Genesis,
okay.
Who again? Silverbird. They are all distributors.
There's Blue Pictures too.
Yes, there's Blue Pictures. So these people are very important. You said you have a very beautiful story, and do you have a pitch deck? You have a pitch deck that shows your characters. Have you done your copyright? Do your copyright before you go to distributors. So you do your copyright, then you have lawyer. Please engage your lawyers, have your non-disclosure when you get to them. I think there's no how they will see a good story and do not want to jump into doing it, okay? I have seen films that Film One co-produced. So basically, it means that those young filmmakers, maybe they have good stories and they didn't have money, and they pitched to Film One. So please, try and get across to them. Then if you have a producer that you know that maybe sold to Netflix and everything, that means they have a kind of relationship with the distributors. They can put in word for you, like, oh, please can you attend to so-so person, he or she wants to talk to you about the story that he or she, created. So try and get close to people. Networking is very important, but know the people to network with, especially the distributors. I think they are very key. In my own aspect, I took the pitch deck to Moses early enough, but being that I'm coming from commercial background, I'm totally different because I had been acquiring films for a long time. When I was a content acquisition manager at Ibaka, I did that for years. So I'm totally different. I already know the business angle of this things. So I was able to put those things in order while talking to, and the people at Netflix, somehow I have worked with them previously. Okay, so as I'm talking to Moses, look at this, I'm also utilizing my relationship. The people at Netflix, I have worked with them over years when they were in South Africa. So you need to get ready. But even if they are your best friends and you don't have anything to offer, nobody's going to do imamado or person no person. You need to have something to offer. So please try as much as possible to get in touch with distributors. They are your best friends.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Next question, please.
Let me tell her something, please, Jane.
Okay,
John.
you want...
So I think as a young filmmaker, it's also good to take a chance on yourself. You might have all the money, but you have friends who believe in you. Once you can find 3, 4 people who believe in you, and you make the first shot, you take the second shot, trust me, other people will believe in you. So believe in yourself. Take a chance on yourself first.
Yeah, so let me add to that, like she said. Shots, very good way to come in. You don't have to make a full feature. You can even shoot 1 or 2 scenes from the story that you intend to pitch. If you listen to everything Chichi said, she had prior knowledge of the business angle. She had worked with people from the aggregator space before, but she said, she still had to have something. You can't pick it from the air. You must have something. For those of you who can make a shot, who can go into full production yet, pitch deck. You must have proposal. You cannot escape it. And let me do this. Xavier, sorry, can you get up, please? Yeah. Look there. All of you look on this side. That's the guy, the head writer for Shanty, right? Okay, but that's not why I told him to get up. Please just get up, Xavier, so that they will see you, because I'm about to call you out. I've seen some pitch decks in my life after how many decades? But some of the best pitch decks that I've read, that I've seen, have come from Xavier. In case you're wondering what a pitch deck is, look at him well. Make sure you catch him and network properly. Don't tell him to introduce you to Netflix. Tell him to show you what a pitch deck can be like, please. Thank you very much.
All right, to add to that, and speaking of taking a chance by yourself, another thing that works is collaboration. You have friends that are writers, you have friends that are producers, you have friends that are actors. You can come together and do something. Whilst it's good to look for the big players, you can just take a chance on yourself and do something. You will never learn until you fail and learn how to do it properly. So collaboration is another way to go. Next question, please. Do you have the mic?
Hello. Okay, good afternoon. Good evening.
Somebody.
Okay. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
My name is Finfel Wachenuga. I'm a child actor, and I have a question for anyone can answer it. What's the most important lesson you've learned in your acting career?
Oh, great. The most important lesson you've learned in your career. Quick one. Let's be as fast as possible.
Well, that's a big question.
Coming from a young man.
That's a big question coming from a young man. But I'll approach it from this very small angle, as an actor, from an actor's perspective. Seth? Yeah, from an actor's perspective is being true to your character. That's the best way to give life to your character. Being able to remove yourself from the picture and believe in the story of the character that you're playing. Whether it's a good character or a bad character or a miserable character or a happy character, you have to believe in that character's story, understand how he's thinking, where he's coming from, why he's behaving the way that he's behaving, so that when you give yourself to him, things just come naturally. You just become. You just become the character. Try not to act like the character. Try to just be that character and just leave yourself, your real self, outside the door, okay?
Okay, so hi, how are you?
Hi.
So, I think the lessons I've learned as an actor would be that everyone has a reason for who they are. And in accepting that, I have learned to be true to myself, live in my truth as the vessel that the character must come through. So if as a human being you can live authentically, your characters will be as true as they can ever be. But once there's a lie in it, you will fail as an actor. You can't live it up.
Let me add to that. It's a bit personal for me because I was the child.
You're a child actor. You're a child actor.
And I had my parents believed in me. So another way is to ensure that your parents believe in you and you believe in yourself and do not relent. For whatever thing, do not relent. Believe in yourself and believe that you can go beyond where you are right now. And pick up 1, 2, 3 persons as a mentor and hold them and stick to them, learn them, okay? And trust me, the sky, you can do far away beyond the sky, all right? Well done.
Let me add one thing for you right there. Make a mirror your best friend. If you go by the mirror every other time and practice, keep practicing, do your monologues by yourself and just, see what your face can do, or sometimes you can even listen to your conversations and then you just keep working on that. It would get you to be a stronger actor as you grow.
Thank you.
Thank
Next
you
question.
So much. And I have one more question.
Oh, wow.
Do you have any advice for me so I can become like all of you?
We just gave you all of those advices. I've told you mine, what I think you can do to be a stronger actor. She's told you how you can believe in yourself, and she said you should have, he said you could have mentors.
I think you have a few good things already. You are like a sponge. You want to take as much as possible, which is a very good trait. All right, let's have the next question, please.
Good evening, finally. Okay, you have made me a bit nervous. All right, so quickly let me ask. I don't know, directed to any of you. Okay, the first question is, Netflix or Prime Video or streaming platforms, do you think they are an easy way out or easier way out? What about YouTube? Because we know there are some movies on YouTube. Is it that those movies are not qualified to be on Netflix as one? Then, okay, there are some movies that they show first at the malls. Then after a few years, they take to streaming platforms. Based on that, is that double gain in a sense? Then also, what do you consider to be a metric for success in the case of Shanty Town now? Is it making beyond the money put into it or being number one? Or, yeah. Then the last question, Nancy mentioned something about audition. For we that are not actors, maybe crew members, post-production, editors, and whatnot, how do we get to audition in that sense? Thank you.
I'm going to attempt to answer one of the first question. You talked about the platforms and the YouTube. If the films on YouTube means that they're not qualified to be on Netflix. In my own opinion, I think that there are two different markets. There's a huge market for the YouTubers, the YouTube movies. Of course, to put your film on a Netflix or on a Prime, for instance, you would have had to have a certain level of value, those are like international platforms. So of course you're looking at budget. But you see, everybody cannot make a Netflix movie. Everybody must not make a Netflix movie or an Amazon. But that's why we have YouTube. The quick fixes, the short films, the ones that you can shoot with smaller budgets. And the market for it is quite huge. It's like takes me back to the Asaba film industry. That they have a huge market as well. The fact that movies are progressing to being on international platforms doesn't mean that we will stop feeding the local audiences. So it's all relative. It depends on. Sometimes you might feel like sometimes I want to make YouTube films. Sometimes I want to make films for bigger platforms. It depends on what your budget is, what your market is, and also as new filmmakers, there's nothing wrong in starting that way until you're able to gather yourself strong enough to go onto the bigger platforms, because that will cost you money. So somebody else can try the second one. I think you asked like 4 questions.
I mean, I can add to what you just said, and this is for aspiring producers out there, because there is different levels of what you're trying to do. There's B-rated movies everywhere around the world. You know, there are Asaba movies in Hollywood. There are Asaba movies in Bollywood. There are Asaba movies everywhere. So let me start by correcting, the quote-unquote Asaba movie, because we have a lot of movies on Netflix that were made in Asaba. So when you say Asaba movie, we're thinking that nothing good comes out of that zone. It's just that a lot of the B-class, C-class movies also come out from that zone. But movies, the script takes you anywhere. So that the movie is made in Asaba doesn't make it a low-quality movie. So having gotten that out of the way, as a producer, you have to, I think, start with the end in mind, on your journey. You want to know where you're trying to get to so that you can plot how you're trying to get there. There are movies made in Asaba, B-rated. There are movies made everywhere around the country for YouTube. There are movies made everywhere around the country for the Iroquois and African Magic. There are movies made everywhere around the country for cinema. There are movies for the streamers. So you have to know exactly what kind of movie you want to make. Then the audience that you're trying to reach, then you have to now gauge, where am I in this journey? So that comes to what she said. I'm trying to make a movie and end up on Netflix, be #1 around the world, but I don't have that kind of reach, that kind of budget, that kind of story. So I can start small. Start small. Do something on Iroko. Do something on cable TV, But use that to test your ability to make quality projects. Because even on those levels, there are people who are making sure that they don't leave any stone unturned, And once you add that quality to the originality, to what you're doing, at whatever level, even if you decide, I'm going to start on YouTube, I'll be making only YouTube movies. If you make quality YouTube movies, some people will come and say, come and do something for us on this side. So I think you should keep that in mind. Thank you.
Next question, please, and maybe 1 or 2 more.
He had something about auditions. Yes, you were saying something, right? Okay, so for people who work behind the camera, I think that you should document your work. And if you're proud enough, show them to people. If you're a gaffer, light this place to just take it away and show people this is my work. Do you see what I mean? Because no one's going to do it for you. So you must build a resume. And that's all you've got. And that in turn becomes your audition when people ask you, what can you do? And you show them. We have to go in and stand in front of people anyway. And I will fail all the time, but I doubt that you would. Do you get what I mean? Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll add to that too. Something that John said earlier for you, collaboration. Because I mean, as an editor, as a special effects guy, you're thinking, how do I showcase my work? You do exactly what the skit makers are doing right now. There's an actor, there is a camera guy, there's an editor, there's a special effects guy. The skit guys have all of this, and they don't have no budget. So what are they doing? Collaborating with each other. Are you an editor? Look for somebody who's an actor. Look for somebody who's a cinematographer. Then you guys do something together and have that as your consistent show reel. That's your CV. Your show reel is something that you don't need anybody. You need your friends. Cinematographer, actor, editor. Put a crew together who are in the same space as you, looking for exposure. And then you guys can jointly create your show reels for each other.
Can I just answer the audition question quickly
Yeah, go
also?
ahead.
Because he had mentioned going to auditions. People don't believe when I say there are certain projects I still have to audition for. I still have to send in, tapes, self-tapes. I still have to show up. Blood Sisters was one of them. It was over and over and over again till I eventually I didn't even get the role that I auditioned for. I got another role. But you see, the thing is, I always say, the world has gone past where, first, auditions are important. If you get an audition call, go. I know people who say, oh, there are auditions, so I can send. The minute I say that, their face don't spoil. What do you mean you don't have connection for me that? Okay. What do you mean you don't have connection for me that right now, as we're talking, I can feature in the biggest film now? And then you go on their page, and there's Emeka, the enjoyment boy, the slay king. There's nothing that says you want to be here. Yeah. Then some of you, you're so ashamed of some of your work. I know sometimes there's some things you do, you're like, damn it, I wish. But in the beginning, there's no such thing as a bad film that you've done. No such thing. Your performance is what sticks out. Even if you're there and everything is coming, you're just sure. They say, okay, in this scene, it's juice, and then they bring pure water. My dear, act the heck out of that pure water. Because what people are looking at there is your performance. Even if they come and say, oh, the film is so horrible, but they say, oh, what's your name, sir? David, killed it. Guess what? That's your automatic entry into the next film.
One job recommends you for another, really.
And then post yourself. I literally have over 3,000 posts on my page. If you go and check, there's lifestyle, but my work is there. And I keep it all the way to the down. If you go all the way down, you see me in small productions, small hosting gigs, what people had probably thought, why is she posting this? You don't even reach her level. See the stage, see the way the thing they come out. I don't care. So that when you go and check, you see that there was that time, and now there is this time. So you must take life in stages, and there's no such thing. Nobody has a monopoly of blowing, or nobody has a monopoly of success. Anybody in this room can blow. It's what you decide. It's yourself. Everything starts from you and ends with you. The day you say, I don't want to be successful, is the day everything goes down. And the day you say, I want to be successful, trust me, the whole universe, God, everybody will walk towards your favor. You just have to have it at the back of your mind, and then do. Don't sit back. Don't ask. And then when spit don't drive all of our mouth, you not get them and say, forget them, Joe. They just don't want to give me connection. I'm sure it's connection that got all of them. Don't mind them. There's also that. So a lot of us don't even bother talking anymore. We're just like, okay, cool, anything. Just the grace of God. But you have to put in the work. You have to go for the auditions. You have to make sure that when you are sending a message to Ini to say, I want to be an actor, and she clicks on your page by mistake, if she sees it, she sees auditions by yourself, bunch of monologues all over your page. It's so hard to even. Do you know how many music stars have been gotten from their Instagram page? Ruga, Rema, I think, a couple of them. It's literally they see them on your page, and that's how they get them. Gone are the days where you have to know my father, my mother, my sister, my brother. Social media has made it easy, so use the heck out of that platform, not to troll, but to make money and to make success. You can do it.
I think on that note, by the way, I still have your audition tape.
Jenny, just leave me and that's past tense.
I think we've come to the end of this session. I would like to say thank you to Mercy, Nse, Chidi, Ini, Nancy.
If you have come to the end, let me just say something before you come to the end.
We'll always say something.
Yeah, because these panels are supposed to be knowledge sharing and knowledge gathering. And one of the things that I noticed that keep people stuck in the places where they are is that phrase, knowledge is power. Knowledge is, but that's very wrong, because knowledge is not power. Knowledge is potential power until you use it. So if you sit here, you have crammed everything we have said, now you know it. Okay. You have knowledge. Okay. And there's no knowledge we have shared here that you don't know before. And you have still asked us again. So knowledge is not power. Knowledge is potential power. Take the knowledge that you have gathered, put it to good use, see you at the top.
Put your hands together for everybody on this side of the divide. And thanks for coming.
Yes. Thank you all so much for. Oh, please just stay for a quick picture. Just stay for a quick picture. Thank you so much. And that concludes the end of all AFRIF panel sessions. We want to thank everyone who came and participated in these sessions. Thank you so, so much. We really appreciate your presence, and we hope that you got something out of them. So please, I hope you all will be going to the
entrepreneur, and I am here live in AFRIF 2023.
I'm an actor. I'm currently at AFRIF, the 12th edition, and I'm here for the masterclass.
So far, it's been great. I have learned a few things that I didn't know about.
But being in this class, I'm getting to expand my mind, my focus. It's been a lot. I'm learning no matter how much you play a character, make sure you're able to do it differently and find your own character in it.
I'm Nicholas Weinstock. I run a company called Invention Studios in Los Angeles. It's amazing. The energy is just growing every year, both the energy from here within Nigeria and the film festival.
At this workshop, we're speaking to young and exciting producers, creatives, directors, everybody in the ecosystem that needs funding for their projects.
Welcome to Day 3 at AFRIF. We are currently at Soul Beach for panel sessions, whilst we have masterclasses at Landmark. We want to thank our incredible sponsors, MTN, Access Bank, Lagos State Government, Amazon Prime TV, and others.
My name is Eina Wigwe. We're live here at the 12th AFRI.
Hello, my name is Thomas Rosso. I'm the program manager at Critics Week of the Cannes Film Festival. My name is Alain Modo. I'm the CEO of DIFA, based in Ivory Coast and Cameroon.
My name is Babatunde Apalowo, the director of All the Colors of the Water Between Black and White.
My name is Angela Fadzai. I'm a manager at Range Media Partners out of LA, based in the UK.
My name is Nadira Shakur. I'm the co-founder of Okada Media and Nollywood Week Film Festival.
Hi, my name is Gabe Converse. I'm a creative director based in Los Angeles. I came to Nigeria last year for the first time working with Amazon on Gangs of Lagos. But what I found
what was missing in our content as filmmakers in Africa.
The panelists gave insights about strategies on how to distribute and market your content.
Where Nigerians here want to watch movies that are a little bit Western, people that are going to pay the highest bucks want to watch movies that are a little bit African.
Our conversations were very good because we spoke about the French treaty that we have with Nigeria or Nollywood.
And I feel if we want to take our films to certain places, we need to see the movies that has been to those places.
I'm a
I need tissue, please. I need to fast camera. I need tissue. Somebody needs tissue so I can film that. Yeah, I need to, because I'm dumpy and I need to clean my face. How you doing?